Welcome to SAP NetWeaver Decision Service Management, a Paradigm Shift, CD 160, Exercises and Solutions. In these exercises, we want to set up a managed system and assign a sample application to it in Exercise 1. This application derives the price of a product. We will cover this in Exercises 2 and 3. Add shipping costs of 5%, but at least $2 if the price is under $100 in Exercise 4, and sends a notification mail if a product is not found in the price list, Exercise 4. Then we want to simulate the application on the managed system, Exercise 5, before we deploy it and call it from the managed system in Exercise 6. Finally, we will make a Delta deployment with an activation timestamp in the future in Exercise 7. In Exercise 1, we will create a managed system and a BRF Plus application for your business rules. Call SAP NetWeaver Decision Service Management. Call Transaction DSM in the SAP backend system or enter the link shown above. A browser window will appear and Decision Service Manager will start automatically. To create a managed system, choose the New button. A dialog box in which you specify the system name, the description, the RFC connection to the managed system. Select the RFC destination TDI by using the F4 help. And the documentation. The system type field can automatically be received from the managed system. Alternatively, you can also enter the system type yourself, for example, development system. Choose Add to create the managed system. A managed system has now been added to Decision Service Manager. Choose the Save button. A success message appears. Check further properties of the managed system. Select the managed system you created earlier from the list shown in the Managed Systems table. Check the properties in the Deployment, Applications, and Technical Information tabs. On the different tabs, you can access the information relevant to your managed system. On the Deployment tab, you can see all of the decision services that have been deployed to the managed system. On the Applications tab, you can see all of the BRF Plus applications assigned to this managed system. This tab is currently blank because we haven't created a BRF Plus application yet. The Technical Information tab will give you an overview of some technical figures relating to the managed system. Create a new BRF Plus application that is assigned to the managed system. Navigate to the Applications tab. Choose New. In the Create Application dialog box, enter the name, short text, and text, for example, TechEd plus your name. You can use the same text string for all three fields if the text is short enough, 20 characters or less. The name field allows only ASCII characters, numbers, and underscores. Select the Create Local Application checkbox. Choose Create. The BRF Plus application will automatically be assigned to the managed system. Choose Save. Then change to Display Mode. In Exercise 2, we will create a function and a rule set. Navigate to the BRF Plus workbench. Choose Open BRF Plus Workbench to start the BRF Plus workbench. You can also use the transaction BRF Plus, which is a SAP GUI transaction. A new browser window will open and the BRF Plus workbench is displayed. Create a BRF Plus function that you assign to the application created in Exercise 1. Choose Search on the Repository tab. Enter the name of the application created in Exercise 1 and choose Search. the application you've created will be displayed on the Repository tab. Click on the application and select the Contained Objects tab and choose Create Object. Make sure this function is selected. Enter the name with a maximum of 30 characters, a short text with a maximum of 20 characters, and a text with a maximum of 80 characters, such as product price. Choose Create and Navigate to Object. Define the signature of the function. Select the Signature tab. Choose Add Data Object, then select Add New Data Object. Select Element as the type. Enter the name, a short text, and a text such as product. For the length, select a reasonable text length for product names, for example, 40 characters. Choose Create and Navigate to Object, and then choose Yes to save your entries. Select the Domain Values tab. Choose Create Value. Here's a helpful hint. In the Domain Value section, we can define domain values and constants that can later be used in a value help when defining the rules. When you bind your input values to a DDIC attribute, the domain values will automatically be derived from the DDIC. DDIC values will automatically be retrieved from the managed system. Again, enter a name, a short text, a text, and a value such as tennis racket, and choose Create. Repeat that previous step for additional products, for example, a baseball bat, football, golf club, paddle, or paintball gun. When you're done, you will have a value list of products that can be used in your decision service. Choose Back, and then choose Yes to confirm and return to the function. Make sure that you are in the function editor. At the Result Data object, choose the icon to the right of the word Actions, and then select Create. Select the element type. Enter a name, short text, and a text, for example, price. Select the element type, amount. Select positive values. Price determination should always return a positive amount that has to be paid by the customer. Choose Create. You have now defined the decision service product price. This service needs a product. Based on the product, the price, including shipping costs, will be returned. Now, you need to define the rules for calculating the product price. To do so, we first have to create a rule set that encapsulates the rules. Create a rule set that is assigned to the function. Select the Assigned Rule Set tab. Choose Create Rule Set. Enter a name, a short text, and a text, for example, product price. Choose Create and Navigate to Object, and then choose Yes to confirm. You have now created the framework for your decision service. What you have to do now is create the rules, test them, and then deploy them into the managed system. This will be part of the following exercises. In Exercise 3, we will define a simple rule. In the rule set defined in Exercise 2, create a rule using a decision table. Ensure that you are in the rule set editor for the rule set you created in the previous exercise. Select Insert Rule, Create. At the Then branch, choose Add Process Expression, Create. Select the decision table type. Enter a name, a short text, and a text, for example, product prices. Select the data object price as the result data object. You created this in exercise 2 as the result data object of the decision service. Choose Create and navigate to the object and confirm with Yes when you are prompted. Choose Table Settings to define the condition columns for the decision table. Choose Insert Column under Condition Columns from Context Data Objects. Select a product. This is the name of the data element that you created above in exercise 2, and then choose OK. Choose Insert New Row. Choose the ellipsis in the first column of the new row. Enter a product name in the empty field. You now have two options. You can either write the values directly into the empty field, or you can use the value help. If you use the value help, you will see the domain values you created in exercise 2. After entering a value, choose OK. Choose the ellipsis in the second column of the same new row. Enter a price and a currency, for example, USD for US dollars. You can select a valid currency by clicking on the icon to the right of the currency field. Then choose OK. In this example, we are using US dollars. If you want to use another currency, you need to replace US dollars with that currency in all later occurrences. Repeat the last 6 steps from Insert New Row onwards for several products. Also, include at least one product more than once, but with different prices. Choose Back and confirm by choosing Yes. You have now created a complete BRF Plus application. In the next exercise, you will extend that application by adding the shipping costs to a product that costs less than $100. In exercise 4, we will define more complex rules. Add other rules to the existing rule set using formulas and actions, such as sending an email. If the product was not found in the price list, the price is set to the initial value. Trigger a notification email to a fixed email address. If the product was found in the decision table, derive the shipping costs, 5%, but at least $2 if the price is under $100, and 0 if the price is $100 or more, by using a formula and adding the costs to the price. Add other rules to the existing rule set by using formulas and actions. In the rule set, to the right of the rule that we already created, choose Options, Insert New Rule, Create. Enter a description, such as Product Not Valid. Then, choose Assign Condition, use value range from Context, Price. Select the condition is initial. Under the Then branch, choose Add, Perform Action, Create. Select the type, Send Email Action. Enter a name, a short text, and a text, for example, Notification Mail. Choose Create and Navigate to Object and confirm by choosing Yes. Enter an email address in the recipient's field. We are not going to actually send an email. However, the address needs to be technically correct, but it does not need to exist. Enter a subject, for example, Notification Product Not Available. Enter the body of the text. You can replace the product name by &1. For example, Dear Customer, product &1 does not exist. Regards, your sales team. Choose Refresh Message Placeholders. Choose the icon to the right of Placeholder 1 and select Context Parameters. Choose Back and confirm with Yes. The rule should now be selected. In the rule set, to the right of the rule that you created earlier, choose Options, Insert Next Exit Condition, Use Value Range From, Context, Price. Select Is Initial as the condition. In the rule set to the right of the exit condition that you created earlier, choose Options, Insert Next Rule, Create. Choose Assign Condition, Use Value Range From, Context, Price. Select Is Less Than as the condition and enter 100 USD in the value field. In the Then branch, choose Add, Process Expression, Create. Select Formula as the type. Enter a name, short text, and a text, for example, add shipping costs. Select Price as the result data object. Choose Create and Navigate to Object, and then confirm by choosing Yes. By using the context elements, operators, and formula function offered on the lower part of the screen, enter the formula. Price plus max 2_USD, price times 0,05 for TechEd Amsterdam and Bangalore. For TechEd Las Vegas, please use 0.5 instead of 0,05. Choose the check button to make sure that the formula is consistent. Choose Back and then confirm the dialog box by choosing Yes. The rule should now be selected. Choose Save. You have now finished modeling your first business rules. The next exercise will guide you through activating and testing your rules on the managed system. In Exercise 5, we want to simulate the rules on the managed system by remote simulation. Activate all of the created objects. Choose Activate. Make sure that the Include Referenced Objects checkbox is selected. Confirm the dialog box by choosing Yes. On the upper left of the screen, you should see the message Objects Activated, and all of the objects you created should have a green icon in the repository tree indicating that they are active. Run the function in simulation mode on the managed system. On the left, in the repository tree, select the function you created earlier. Choose Start Simulation, select Remote Current Version in the Simulation Mode section. This option will deploy your decision service to the managed system specified in the Managed System section. The decision service is not active for productive use. Please select the managed system you created in Exercise 1. Choose Continue. Enter a product. You can select products that you created earlier by clicking on the icon to the right of the input field. Choose Execute and display processing steps. Notice the resulting price at the top of the screen. When you are finished with the simulation of your decision service, choose Back to Workbench. In Exercise 6, we will deploy the decision service to the managed system. Deploy the decision service to your managed system. Navigate from the BRF Plus Workbench directly to the Decision Service Manager. In the toolbar, choose Workbench, Open Decision Service Manager, or enter the transaction DSM in the SAP GUI. The DSM Workbench will now open in a new browser session. Select the managed system you created in Exercise 1. On the Deployment tab, choose the Deployment Test Push button. Select the BRF Plus function you created in Exercise 2. Enter the name of your function, for example, product, asterisk, and choose Search. Mark your function and choose Run Test. DSM will now check whether your function can be deployed to the managed system. After the test deployment has been performed, the message "Deployment test was successful. Do you want to deploy now?" will appear. Choose Yes to start the deployment. In the dialog box, please enter some form of documentation, such as initial deployment of the decision service product price. Select intermediate deployment as the activation time and choose Deploy. On the upper part of the screen, 2 success messages are displayed. On the Deployment tab, you will now see that your function has been deployed to the managed system. Click into the documentation column and check the entries. Congratulations, you have deployed your first decision service to a managed system. In the next step, we will execute your decision service in the managed system. Execute your decision service in the managed system. Select the decision service, for example, the product price. The BRF Plus workbench will open. Choose Create Code Template. Choose Apply. Copy the text. Switch to the SAP GUI. Call up the ABAP editor. Use transaction SE38. Create a local report with the following name: ZZ_call_TechEd_EX_CD160. In the dialog box, enter a title and choose the executable program as the type and test program as the status and choose Save. In the dialog box, choose Local Object. Paste the copied text into the report. Insert the variable LV_price of type IF_FDT_types element_amount to the data statement. Replace the text, insert context value here, or delete the line with one of the products. At the end of the report, include the following: save, activate, and run the report. The result should be the same as in the simulation in Exercise 5. In Exercise 7, we will change rules in the decision service and perform a delta deployment. Change the price for all products. Activate the decision table. In the next step, we will perform a delta deployment and distribute the new decision service to the managed system. To perform a delta deployment, you need to call transaction DSM from the SAP GUI. Select the managed system you created in Exercise 1, and on the Deployment tab, choose the Deploy button. Select the BRF Plus function you created in Exercise 2. On the screen, enter a description, for example, delta deployment. Prices changed for all products. Go live of new rules will be in 5 minutes. Select As On Date Time as the activation time. Define the current time plus 5 minutes as the timestamp and choose Deploy. Check the Valid From and Valid To timestamps on the Deployment tab for your decision service. The service just deployed will be valid in 5 minutes. Navigate to the report you created in the previous exercise. Run it. You will get the same result as before. Wait 5 minutes and then run your report again. Compare the new result to the result you wrote down. The price should now be different from 5 minutes ago. Congratulations! You have now completed the exercises.